Hi there, and welcome back to Mom, Coach, Wife. My name is Alina Michelle. If this is your first time, welcome for the first time. Today, or this week, as I do videos each week, we will be talking about getting outside of your comfort zone. I'm sure that you have probably heard like the comfort zone is where dreams go to die or goals go to die, different things of that nature about comfort zones. We're definitely going to be talking about that a little bit more in depth, but we will be focusing on specifically mothers getting out of their comfort zone and how that benefits you as a mom and you as an individual. So while there will be plenty of things within this video that will be relatable to anybody and anyone that's trying to figure out how to get out of their comfort zone or why they should get out of a comfort zone or what a comfort zone really even is, this video is definitely tailored towards mothers specifically and what comfort zones do to us as moms and why it's so important to get out of them. So cue the intro. All right, mamas. So again, I'm sure that you've heard about comfort zones being like where dreams go to die or goals or basically that nothing changes as long as you're in your comfort zone. And all of that is so very true. But today I want to again focus on mothers and why it's so important for moms to get outside of their comfort zones. So first, what is a comfort zone? A comfort zone is where you feel most comfortable. It's whatever things you're doing maybe throughout your life or a lifestyle that you've created that is comfortable. You're not feeling challenged, you're not feeling, pushed or uncomfortable in any way. If that's how your life is right now, you're in your comfort zone. If everything pretty much seems easy, then you're in your comfort zone. And it's not really that it's going to be easier, because a lot of times being inside of your comfort zone, your life actually isn't really easier. You just believe that it is. You really don't want to make any changes. You really don't want to adapt in any way, maybe finding all sorts of different excuses as to why you should or should not be doing something. And it's totally natural. It's not, the worst thing in the world, but there are definitely benefits to getting outside of your comfort zone. I myself have been in comfort zones before without realizing it. It's not usually something that you subconsciously really recognize unless you kind of train yourself to understand what your comfort zones are and when you're having real reasons to not do something versus having excuses as to why you can't, shouldn't, or won't do something that is going to be beneficial in your life. So now that we know better what a comfort zone is, if you didn't know before watching this video, let's talk about the importance of getting out of your comfort zone as a mom. So as a mother, typically we have our child, we give as much as we can to our children, sometimes more to them and not enough to ourselves, and we get into this groove of things of just taking care of family and not caring about ourselves. And a lot of times moms completely lose who they are. We talked about this last week in the Rediscover Yourself video that I posted. But part of rediscovering yourself is getting outside of your comfort zone. If you are accustomed to doing all these different things for your family, maybe when you go shopping you pick up things specifically for your kids and you get yourself nothing, and you're still wearing socks that are either already have holes in them or about to have holes in them. You have the same 2 pairs of shoes that you had 6 years ago, but your kids are always getting new clothes because they're growing and you have to, and you never take that moment to actually treat yourself. Or you are spending your entire day running behind your children and cleaning up behind them and doing all the great things that mothers do, and you never take 10 minutes to yourself, 30 minutes to yourself, an hour to yourself to really breathe and to really understand who you are. And a lot of that, believe it or not, is a comfort zone. We get accustomed to going after our family members and doing for everyone else. Sometimes it's even beyond family, and we completely neglect ourselves because that's a comfort zone. And then when the time comes for us to do something, or someone says to you like, hey, why don't you do XYZ for yourself? Why don't you take a spa day? Why don't you go on a momcation or a vacation with your spouse or significant other? And you say, oh, no, I can't. Oh, well, I have this and I have that and I have this. And you don't try to find those solutions as to how you can take better care of yourself. It's because you're in a comfort zone. You are comfortable and accustomed to doing all these different things. And while it may not really necessarily always feel comfortable to you, it may feel like you're overstressed, overworked, and you just like need that break. And you might even be asking for that break. When you continuously do these things and when the break comes, you keep making those excuses, you are officially in the comfort zone. So now that you know, the important part of getting out of that comfort zone is that it allows you to do so much more for yourself, whether it be that you're overwhelmed with the different things that you're doing with your family, or it be that you just want to try something else. Getting outside of that comfort zone is beneficial to you because then you're filling your cup. Now you're feeling fulfilled, and when you feel fulfilled, it's so much easier to go out and fulfill someone else, whether that be your children, your spouse, friends, family members, or a stranger that you meet in the streets. It doesn't really matter, but you can't really fill someone else up when you're working on half full or empty. So it's really important to get out of your comfort zones and start trying the different things that you're interested in and the different things that you actually want to do. And the different things that you actually want to do, because that's going to help you discover yourself more, like we talked about last week. It's going to help you to feel fulfilled and experience different things. And it's going to give you a life beyond just your family, a life beyond just your children, because ultimately, before the current family that you have, you were an individual, you were a woman as well. So if you let go of that and you don't explore those parts of yourselves, then they slowly kind of start to die and get lost. And that's when you go back to, like we talked about last week, the rediscovery and trying to figure out who it is that you are all over again, when you could do it right now. You could literally just say, you know what? Bump this comfort zone. I want to know who I am. I want to explore who I am. I want to embrace everything that makes me, me, outside of my kids. Yes, our children are a huge part of who we are. I would be foolish to tell you otherwise, but they're not all of who we are. There's so much more to all of us. So get outside that comfort zone, try something new, do something completely out of the ordinary, do something. If you have a bucket list like we talked about last week, then do something off of that bucket list, but don't get stuck in a comfort zone, because comfort zones really, they kill creativity, they kill drive, they kill interest, and it doesn't really promote you to get back into your own personal self-love. Like, just do something that maybe you were feeling some mom guilt about before. Okay, you would go get your nails done or your hair done, and maybe you felt bad because you could have spent that money on your children, or you could have saved it or done whatever. Treat yourself, do things that you enjoy to do, and obviously have a balance. That's one of the biggest things, is to always have a balance. Like, I'm not telling you to just go out and splurge and either spend money that you don't have or neglect your children. No, but find a balance to where you can do the things that you're interested in, because you don't want to get stuck in any kind of comfort zone. Stop making excuses about why you can't take care of yourself, because you can. You are important, and you need to care for yourself, because if you're not cared for, again, you can't care for others, at least not properly. So the point of all of this is that when you're in a comfort zone, you can't push to be more than a mom. You're probably just barely being mom and making it and probably pretty stressed out about it. When you push yourself outside of your comfort zone, you definitely get to a place where you become better for your children, better for yourself. I don't know how many of you guys are following me on Instagram, but one of the things that I recently shared was a photo of myself and my daughter, and I said I didn't become better for her until I became better for myself. And that's because I had a long process of pushing myself outside of my comfort zones, of stopping the excuses, stopping the reasons why I just couldn't, and instead finding solutions and starting to really go after my goals. And when I did that, I saw so many different things change. I saw a better relationship with my husband. I saw a better relationship with my daughter. I saw more of my goals being accomplished. My finances got better. My businesses got better. My career got better. It was like every aspect of my life changed for the better when I decided, hey, this comfort zone isn't even comfortable. I don't know why it's called comfort zone, because there's so many things that I'm aching for and I'm not fulfilling. And when I started to actually fulfill those things, that's when everything started to shift. Is there still some shift to do? Of course, we're human beings. There's always room for growth. I'm far from perfect, but I can say that I'm a whole lot better than the Alina Michelle that you would have met 2 years ago. So it started small and it slowly built up. So definitely think about that. Think about how the smallest of a thing can literally change your life. It can change all aspects of it, all because you decided to make a simple change. And when you decide not to make a change, wherever you are right now, that's where you're going to be. If you don't want to make any kind of changes, if you want to stay in that comfort zone, that's where you're going to be. But if you decide to make a change, you really don't know where that change might take you. And that's kind of the beauty of the journey, because again, we are more than just a mom. We are women, we are individuals, and we deserve to treat ourselves as such. And we kind of owe it to ourselves and our children so that they see what it means to be a mom truly, and that it's not just about raising your kids, but it's also about being a good example to them of what an individual should be and what an individual should fight for and work towards. So again, get out of that comfort zone, stop making excuses. You deserve to treat yourself like an individual, like a woman, and to love on yourself too.
Thank you for watching this week's video. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, give it a thumbs up if you liked it, thumbs down if you didn't, drop a comment, and hit the bell for notifications. And remember, you can connect with me outside of YouTube also on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you guys next week. Goodbye.